Bring you guys close. Is that just too distracting? Here, let me find. Okay. Volume. Alright. Storm. I know. No, Scruffy, don't even start with me, young man. There we go. What? Oh, there it is. No. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Hi, Deborah. Oh, that's funny. Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right, go across. You want to go across? You're not getting out. The door's shut. Come on. Oh, no. Scruff a gruff. Yep. Go ahead. He's so funny. It sounds in and out, but now seems okay. Okay. Hey Kim, how are you? I seen I had a message. I haven't checked it yet, I don't think. Hi Julie, how are you? I'm good. I don't know what Scruffy wants though. Don't talk to me like that. He's so funny. He's going. Now you got room now. Scruffy, you can go. So let's talk about it, folks. What do you want to talk about? You guys have the center stage. Let me see here. It ain't happening. Nope. Sorry. You didn't get your PlayStation 5? What's going on? On the 21st? What can you expect? It's my girl. It's going to be very, very intense energy. Whatever you've been feeling up until this point, I can't tell anybody what exactly, well, I can tell you what to expect, so I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody, but, and Lauren can touch base on this one as well, I believe. The website was crowded and slow. Oh, that sucks. It was a long, you knew it was going to be a long shot to begin with? Okay. But the energy, whatever energy you've been feeling up until this point, is it's on the 21st, there's going to be like, I think it's just going to intensify. You know, I'm glad you knew it was, yeah. So you're not so disappointed. The Star of Bethlehem, yeah, will be out, yeah. I heard that. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, though. It's going to be out during, well, I suppose if it's out during the day, it'll be out during the night, too. But how do we end the endless cycle of being in our head all the time and replaying things over and over and over and slowly driving yourself crazy? Go ahead. Go through. Go ahead. Well, that's what you and I have been kind of working on, but we don't get together probably enough. I was still mad because I had been getting synchronicities, and you thought you would win. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the reasons why we are in our head and we feel stuck and we just can't get out of that place is because we have beliefs that are no longer serving our highest good, and we need to revisit them and make sure they're still our truth. And unrealistic beliefs, expectations, sorry. Yeah, CCR tonight. Oh, that's awesome, Lauren. Past level 2. Congratulations. Self-help, or self-talk helps. Thank you, Deborah. Definitely. And yeah, just really analyzing and tearing apart, dissecting what you believe. Hi, Amanda. Because, we believe things. All these limited beliefs that we have weren't limited at one point in time. They were beliefs for a reason. And as we gain knowledge and growth, we outgrow these beliefs, or we realize they're not our truth anymore. And a lot of the times we don't go back and revisit them. We just keep going through life and carrying on with those same beliefs that we've outgrown years ago. And some of them weren't even our own. Go to your heart, yes. But a lot of people, like people with ADHD, have a hard time. Because we can't slow our brains down enough to find peace. Okay? And so we have to start exploring other ways to find a moment of peace. Different ways to meditate. A lot of people can't visualize, and so they have a hard time meditating. I realized I have been pushing too hard to get set up for the next year. Hit the ground running. Right. Sometimes when we want something so bad and we're preparing for it so much, we kind of push it away or muck it up. So Julie, a lot of it is exploring who you are as a person, what you stand for, what represents you as a person, not anybody outside of yourself. A lot of times we have core beliefs that include, like I believe in this because I want to make the best life possible for my children. But that's not really our core belief. That's the family core belief. Almost 2, which are also available on the PS4. I don't know anything about it. About video games. I'm old school. I do Mario on the Nintendo. The next 8 years, yeah. And you didn't win it, so now you gotta just think of a different way. No, Scruffy, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. A tool I used to release past things in my mind was to say loudly, reject this thought. May every time it comes to mind, I had major PTSD. Right. There we go. And that worked for you to say that out loud? I mean, we all have to explore what works for us, because, you know, what works for me isn't going to work for everybody. You know, my perspective might work for some, but it's not going to work for everybody. And so we have to keep looking at what works for us as individuals. And there's a lot of information out there. Hi, Leah. How are you? It worked every time. Good. Yep. I have to do that too. Sometimes I get some really awful thoughts. You know, when you get that thought in your brain and all of a sudden you're just panicking because it's just so awful. That happens to me, and especially when I'm about to go to sleep. The mountain to get bigger, yeah. Oh no. Wow. I'm sorry, Lauren. That's crazy. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Leah, you could probably touch on this subject too, about driving yourself crazy with the thoughts in your head that just won't stop, you know. And another aspect I want to mention is, even though we know something logically, doesn't mean we know something emotionally. I know it's not my fault. I just realized how hard that is, you know, or how hard that would be to hear and to know. But, you know, easier said than done is the phrase for that one, you know, not knowing it in our heart. Because logically we know a lot of things, but we don't always have the tools or know the way to apply them physically or emotionally. What? Come lay down. Come on. I made you a bed right here. Come on. Come on. Then go lay down. You're not going outside. You're not getting a treat for eating your dinner. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like that. Sorry. Use your cloud analogy. Okay. Okay. A lot of times when I'm meditating, because I have ADHD and it's hard for me to clear my mind, because I don't want to clear my mind. See, that's the thing. Everybody says you have to, when you meditate, you have to clear your mind of all thoughts completely in order to find spiritual enlightenment. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because not everybody can clear their mind. And those thoughts are there for a reason, just like our emotions are there for a reason. I'm trying to finish things to get ahead for next year. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Well, that's good. That's good. So when we try to meditate, because society has told us that if we don't do this, this, and this, we're not meditating. It just isn't happening, that's a limited belief. And I don't care how enlightened you are, I'll tell it to your face. Everybody meditates differently, and there's so many different ways to meditate. I mow the lawn and meditate. I find that soothing. Because I have ADHD, I have to find a different way to clear my mind. And one of the ways, or one of the things that I do, is when a thought comes in, I sit with it. I don't analyze it. I don't overthink it. Nothing. I just sit with it. I validate it. I acknowledge it. And then I set it on a cloud, and I let it float away. And then the next one comes in. I do the same thing. And I don't care if it takes me an hour. That's what I'm going to do in order to, that's part of healing your emotional body. Right? Yep, I get that, Lauren. Yep. Hi, Lillian. Right, and anybody who says you can't, you aren't going to, or it won't happen, they've got limited beliefs. Because we can't tell anybody else how something is going to come into fruition for them. We aren't them. We don't know. We can only stand tall in our own truth and what worked for us. Because I know people that aren't religious and they aren't spiritual at all, but let me tell you, they know what 5D is. There's so many different walks of life, and everybody's going to get there in their own time, in their own way, and they, same with gifts. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I keep an open mind because I'm okay with being wrong. But a lot of people believe that their gifts are not. And I'm not psychic because I don't hear and see voices, or I'm not an empath because I don't really feel sorry for that person, or you know what I mean. All these limited beliefs that society has created is stuck. I know thousands of people, and you deserve a vacation, Lauren, that's for sure. You've been working really hard. Their gift doesn't mimic anybody else's exactly. It just can't happen. We're individuals, and we're unique. And because my gift doesn't look like your gift, doesn't make me any less psychic or any less empathic, any less intuitive, any less healing, anything. Doesn't make me less, all equal. Some people do, Lauren. Just because you don't, some people do. Periodically, off and on, but not always. To put a stipulation or a cap on somebody's spiritual gifts is so limiting and so destructive. I just want to cry. It really upsets me that I mean, not to a crippling degree or anything, but it disappoints me that people who have come out of 3D consciousness and have shed so many limited beliefs and done so much shadow work and have come so far to still be limited in their belief about the spiritual community and all that that entails. Everybody's gift, I don't care what umbrella it's under, is different for everybody else. And no one person can say you're not this because you don't hear, or because you have only an inner knowing. You know what I mean? Who are we to limit anybody else? We limit ourselves enough. And if we're always supposed to be looking within, we wouldn't even realize that anybody's any different. Thank you for my hearts. Any more comments? Let me get my coffee. Thank you. Let's see, I'm really glitchy. Thank you, Deborah. I just don't, I think labels really stunt our growth on many levels, and to break free of so much. I think that, alright, you know those, it's one extreme to another. Okay, we're in 3D, we awaken to 4D, we start asking questions, and we question our beliefs, and we, question all that we've been taught, and we break free from some of that program. But then we're, and we're feeling like, oh wow, I've had an awakening, I'm spiritually, getting enlightened, and all this is happening, but we're still carrying limited beliefs with us. As much as shadow work as we've done, we're still limiting ourselves to the vastness of the opportunity or the experience. Especially when we think, well, my gifts haven't come in all the way because they're not like that. They won't ever be that. So you're just keeping yourself right there because yours are your own. And they're going to present themselves in a way that represents you. And when we're only looking for that one, psychic gift, whether it be, one of the clairs or something different, it's probably there. We just can't see it because we have this limited or this unrealistic expectation. And I think it's like going from one extreme to another. It's the same with integrating your shadow. And one of my favorite subjects. Oh, I'm not kidding anybody. It's all favorite. All of it's my favorite. I got up at 5 in the morning to try to get a PS5 because I have an internal clock. My body kept getting up every hour and a half. Half closed. Reloading the page over and over. I understand that, Lauren, so much. You have no idea. Hey, Holly, welcome. Integrating your shadow. Yes. Please do explain. Well, you've been told that that shadow is the bad part of you. That shadow is all the dark things about you that you don't want to show anybody because you're ashamed of, right? Just like ego. Some people say it is ego, okay? And that we should get rid of it. That is irrelevant, or it's not right. To get rid of it, or even, keep trying to get rid of it, is getting rid of a piece of you. You're like killing half of you off. Hold on. I do too. Hold on. Lauren, hold on. You were told you had fibromyalgia. I went to the hospital, even thinking I had a broken bone. Yeah? Okay. I figured out it wasn't my pain at all. Yeah? Psychosomatic. In a place with most of the residents of my apartment complex are overeaters. I am picking this energy up. Help. Okay. Well, Lauren, it's going to go as far as you let it go. And if you break down before then that's what's going to happen. Right? That's true, Amanda, but not everybody can see that light. That's why we're here having this talk. So he has time. Well, if there is no top, then why do you keep pushing? What makes you think that you're not already at the top? You know in your heart you don't, right? All that pain went away. Okay, it's called, well, I'll tell you, what it could be is just psychosomatic, okay? A lot of people, that's a diagnosis. I can do that. I do that. Yes. And it's awful. But I had to protect myself. I couldn't just live in a cave for the rest of my life because that was happening to me, Are you knocking on my door? No, okay. And throughout my life, I've had to keep putting more protection and things in. Okay. Do you visualize, Amy? Can you visualize well, that's awesome, Amanda. And do you have any crystals? Okay, because there's things that you can put in place that will help you and protect you. Oops. Dustin, could you let Scruffy out? Scruffy, you want to go potty? You ready to go potty? Go potty. Go on. This is your chance. Yep, go potty. Okay. You do, okay. And you do a blessing ball. Go potty, right now. Put them out there. Throw them out the door. You have several crystals. Okay, do you have any hematite, any jet, obsidian, or tourmaline? And there's several others. Tourmaline. This one I keep right here to block me from the phone and the TV. And from everything. You know, I don't even have to be near the person in order to take that on. And here's all my other ones that I keep on me constantly. I even sleep with them on because I will wake up out of my sleep feeling something that isn't mine. Yes, I do. On a constant. In my pocket, if I don't have pockets, you can bet that they're in my bra. Yep. You can get a treat later, Gordon. How about yourself? And do you do chakra work at all? Or healing? Okay, what I do is I have a ritual. So I'm not going to tell you the whole thing because it would be a really long show. But I open my crown chakra, just like this. I imagine the two doors coming open, okay? And it being open to the divine energy, okay? And I welcome it. I humbly request it for it to come and fill my body and heal me and be around me 4 feet in diameter on all sides. Is my protective bubble. It is my force field. And so after I do that and I envision myself in this beautiful white light, I send my grounding cord deep into the earth. And I request Mother Earth energy to come up that cord and encompass this white light in a shimmering purple light. That way I'm always grounded and I'm always protected. As it is above, so it is below. And if I have to, I'll redo that several times a day. Because, you know, life gets stressful. Joe Dispenza, the man. I spent all night watching him the other night. I love him. Oh my God. I love him. The Joe Dispenza method. I didn't know he did that. I didn't watch that video. I have amethyst, hematite, black obsidian, tourmaline. Yeah. Yeah. Joe Dispenza is all about quantum physics. And he is a brilliant, brilliant physicist. Or whatever they're called. I love Joe Dispenza. He has a story and a half. I mean, he was paralyzed from the neck down and healed himself with his mind alone. Our brains are so fascinating. Just, yeah, beyond. It's just crazy. Until it's out, until it's out of energy field. What? You're gonna suck up the whole energy field. There you go. You do that. I love that. Yes, you do. Yeah, everybody should watch Joe Dispenza. I'd rather you watch me, because I say everything he does, but I'm not as far along as he is. I haven't been at it as many years as he has. Out of your energy field. Either way. You're thinking, I'm going to suck all that energy field up. You're still bringing it in. It's still positive, and it's impossible to suck the whole thing up, you know. But trying to do it is a good thing. I can't say it's impossible, actually, because I don't know. I have no clue. It just sounds like a lot. Joe Dispenza is the man. He too isn't perfect, though, you know. I mean, he said in an interview just the other day that, you know, he stumbles every day. He has to keep reminding himself and keep reminding himself. And that's what we got to do. You know, we just got to be dedicated enough to self and loving enough to self to just keep trying. Just keep trying and keep trying. Get up every time you fall down. Pick your own ass up. Keep walking. Help your neighbor if she falls down. You know what I mean? It is. He healed himself, yes, without any medicine. He did have, you know, physical therapy and stuff like that, but that dude, he's walking, talking, doing speeches. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. He's healed people with TB, or not TB, well, probably that too, but MS. He's with CP, that's what I meant to say, cerebral palsy. Cancers. Yes, is all the power of your mind and getting all your bodies, your mental body, your emotional body, your physical body, and your spiritual body, integrating them all together. It's not about killing one off. It's not about getting rid of ego. It's about integrating it and becoming whole and being, you know, coming from your heart space, living in gratitude, living in complete gratitude and unconditional love. Yep. I know it sounds kind of sappy, but it is, and it's okay. And there are no rights or wrongs. There is no light or dark. There is no good or bad. There just is. There just is. If we give it an emotion, then we are the ones that are turning it bad or good. You know, good is okay. It's always good to have good. You know, it whatever. But see, my good doesn't look like your good. Just like what's right for me isn't going to be right for you, and what's right for you isn't going to be right for me. We're all individuals. What makes me happy isn't going to be the same thing that makes everybody else happy, and that's okay. Nobody can tell me it's right or wrong. And nobody can tell you that either. Because it's always going to be wrong. If somebody else is trying to walk in another person's truth. It won't ever feel right because it's not our own truth. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important to find out who we are. What's our moral code? And if we bring anything into that code that says, anything outside of us, then it belongs in a different category, or, you know, because our truth won't look like our mother's truth, or our father's truth, or our family's truth. A lot of people, family traditions, we carry a set of beliefs by the family we were born into at this lifetime, or in this lifetime. And as we become that tradition or that belief with us, and it doesn't always, that's a reason why, or one of the reasons why we feel like we aren't succeeding at life or at family life, because it's not that family life. But that wasn't yours. That was your parents'. So, you know, they don't teach us, well, you should, you know, revisit those family values or your core beliefs and see which one of ours still fits you. And then create your own family values and make them attainable. Don't make them so difficult that nobody can accomplish it, you know? We all have different truths, yes. And not one of them is wrong for that person. Even if we think somebody else's beliefs are kind of limited, it doesn't matter. Because even limited beliefs are there for a reason. They are still serving you. Until you realize they are limiting you, they still are serving a purpose. And when you realize that, then you can let them go and make room for the real truth, you know, the real beliefs. I'm really liking Let's Talk About It. Thank you for my hearts. I also have Sugilite. I have it right here. I slept with it last night. And I have another piece, Deborah, that I didn't realize, but I do. Yep. I wonder if that... Oh, okay. What? I'm going... Oh, of the Sugilite. Sugilite. I call it Sugilite for some reason. I am going to have to order some. I just got some Moldavite. Nice. I'm glad you're feeling great, Amanda. You should be. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I would be too if I were you. We're so programmed. But there's no other way to portray, you know, or any other words to use. I got this one too. I had it in my mind the minute. It is Jasper. It's I keep trying to say rainbow, but it's not rainbow. I meditated with this, and of course I slept with it right by my bed, you know, all night long. But I just held it like this all day yesterday. Deborah's going to pop in and tell you what it is. I hope. I put a spell on you. Kiwi, thank you. Kiwi Jasper. I'm like, it's a fruit. Come on, come on. It's a fruit. I absolutely love it. And when I look at it like this, it looks like a little dinosaur head or a little skull to me. I don't know if you can see it, but I see it. And my heart. My heart. I don't know if it... I don't see it. There we go. I was looking for this for hours yesterday. Usually it's on my bed because I put it on my forehead when I meditate. Right? And I couldn't find it anywhere. Wish we could do these as Zoom calls or something. Okay, we can. I have the ability to do that. But what would be the difference? I love it. You got hagstones. I don't have any. I would see a dinosaur, I know. Exactly. If I had help doing a Zoom call, I think I would do it. But I don't want to take that on because I already do so much. And with the Zoom call, I suppose I could post it and they could find it. But you'd have to do 10 times the advertisement. A video conference, yeah. On Facebook? No. Let's see each other's faces. Okay, that's what... Is that the point, Holly? To see each other's faces? That's a good point, Lauren. Thank you. Deborah likes it this way. Where'd Holly go? Love, light, and blessings. Thank you, Amanda. Anyway, I lost my heart, right? I was looking everywhere for it. And I'm like, you know what? It's probably in my bra. Sure enough, it was there. Or you could... Facebook rooms, right? Okay, okay. Create a room. With Zoom, you can have your video off and sound on. Julia, thanks y'all for the wonderful info. You're welcome. Hope everyone has a great night. I'm off to bed. Okay, good night. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you're so welcome. I'll see you tomorrow. That is lame, though. Right? Holly, and because the lag. Hold on. The lag with the comments sometimes. Right, but that's just like a few minutes worth of patience on everybody's part. Who? I I'm not afraid. Hold on. If you were going to show up, then show up completely. Who are you talking to? Of course, content. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Which would take a lot of time. I'm already doing one of those, actually. And it is a lot of time and a lot of hard work. And a fee would be charged, exactly. Yeah, because that's, that's just like an e-course. I have, you know, all the team members that I would need in order to make it, I guess, perfect. Which nothing is perfect. I wouldn't want it to be. I would get bored. We all know that. If I didn't have such technical difficulties, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So true. Looking at over there. Can't handle it. I have to make your wreath? That's awesome. Yeah, that's been happening a lot. People go to comment and they get kicked off. So maybe I will think about the Zoom. I'll check some things out and run some tests and stuff, and we'll see. I'm gonna close up the shop, and I want to thank everybody for being here. I really had a good conversation. Loved it. We'll see you next Wednesday.